Welcome to today's interview. My name is Vivek Venkatram, Senior Director Client Services at V Technologies, and very excited to have with us Audrey Cushing, Business Director, Quality and Services. Audrey, welcome today.
Great, thank you. Glad to be here.
Really happy you not only to write this paper, but to spend some time talking with us about it today. I want to dive right into it. So you wrote a fascinating piece about leveraging coaching fundamentals in outsourcing relationships. And I thought we could start right away with give us a little bit about what the white paper was about.
Well, the paper focuses on how key skills can be used to draw out wisdom, insight, and creativity in everyday conversations, elements that we know are so important to outsourcing relationships.
And why is that so important when it comes to outsourcing relationships? I mean, you and I, we have spent years in this space across different verticals, multiple vantage points in terms of how we have seen these relationships form, evolve, and the types of services that they speak to. Why do you think this is so at the core of importance to outsourcing relationships?
I'm so glad you asked that. Coaching helps clients to problem solve, generate new ideas, and to take steps forward towards their goals. And outsourcing, to be successful, it's very dependent on human relationships and interactions. But many times what ends up happening is that the interaction between the client and the service provider is very rushed. It's unproductive. And in fact, it leaves both parties very frustrated. ISG, that's an outsourcing firm, conducted a study, and what they found is that 32% of outsourcing relationships are actually classified, deemed as unhappy. And they even found that another 29% are neither happy or unhappy, just neutral. And to me, that is just absolutely alarming.
And as you explore that further and try to find and generate sources of happiness, and if we use that as a core value in terms of focusing on outsourcing relationships, you write about a lot of key takeaways in terms of practical things that our readers can do after reading your paper. What would you say are some of those coaching skills for anyone who takes the time to read this that they should take away with?
Absolutely. So two key skills, active listening and powerful questioning. And I think it's important to note the adjectives. So active and powerful. So active listening is not just passively listening or hearing, but being fully engaged and present in the conversation. It brings the interaction to a whole different level. And the use of powerful questions really demonstrates to the other person that you're interested in what they have to say, that you're curious, that their opinion matters. And again, it brings additional value to the interaction.
Well, I know if there's anyone who is apt to discuss this, it's you, given your years of experience in vast, complicated outsourcing relationships, especially on the payer side, your integral involvement with the International Association of Outsourcing Professionals and their efforts to ensure that outsourcing relationships are permeating excellence throughout. And so I think that the fact that you take the time to dive into these coaching skills as a lever around how those relationships can spawn successfully is just fascinating. So I encourage our readers to take the time to read Audrey's paper. And Audrey, thank you for making time with us today. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.